Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this Wednesday evening. It's June 28th, the final Wednesday of June, and good riddance because it has been just hot in June. Really hot weather here, at least here
it's
in
on fire.
Southwest.
Like Burbank has fires near like houses right now.
Damn.
Well, a good chunk of Southern California is on fire right now.
Yeah.
My hair is on fire.
So we'll just keep all the water here
Thanks.
on the east coast.
So selfish.
So a lot of things have happened in the meantime between the last Semi-Perfect podcast and this Semi-Perfect podcast. We'll jump real quickly into the food posts as we get ready to delve into that. One cool thing about tonight, we'll have Black Griffin back with us. So Gabe will be back at some point.
He'll get here when he gets here.
Yeah, and Saber is working on some big life changes that we discussed in the last one. So he right now is, I think, getting kicked out of his house. So
No,
Probably.
He's moving.
good riddance. About
Being kicked
time.
out, he's moving on his own volition.
He doesn't want to go. They're literally prying his fingers off of the door right now. It's like, get off. Wow, we got some weird ones here. To start off, Chris posted a picture of leftover homemade cheeseburger and some fruit punch. Homemade cheeseburger. Now, I'm wondering if this was just cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
For some reason, I heard cheese punch. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Cheese punch.
It's fondue.
Cheese punch. It looks probably not as tasty as it is, and it is. I'm sure it tastes good. And then we have Nikki D with a picture of a waffle ice cream sandwich, and the waffle.
That's one way to have a waffle cone.
Yeah, it's literally an Eggo, 2 Eggos with ice cream in the middle.
No, I think it's
And
one
now
egg
I'm like,
cut in half.
Yeah.
Wow, or
So
or
amazing.
he's eaten
Well, how
half
do we
of
wanna
it.
slice it?
Jeez, wow, guys. So let me like the cheeseburger. Let me like
The cheese
the
punch.
half ice cream cheese punch. We got
someone to make
Sergio
it next
tuning in. Thank you, Sergio, for watching. We have Nora who posted saying having a yummy strawberry and banana smoothie.
Yum yum.
But really, Nora, all we care about are what cupcakes are in the oven. Come on now.
And then we got
No cupcakes.
Kaori with cookies and cream ice
Oh,
cream ice cream.
yeah.
cream ice cream.
That's nice. That's nice.
Extra
with
cream.
Subway cookies.
I will take that.
That's a lot of dessert.
That looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Krubers saying, I'm slurping up a Fruit Loops shake from Burger King. It's neat. I'm just imagining like a commercial of a Fruit Loop shake and just like the tagline, it's neat. So very cool. And then Jazz King posted some Canada Dry with some ponies and the podcast in the background. As mentioned, a lot of stuff has happened in the last 2 weeks. One very interesting little tidbit, and I think we'll hear about it here as we talk about what we've been up to over the last 2 weeks. Gabe is in the house.
Word.
Welcome me. How are I?
Welcome
Gabe,
back.
last time I saw you, you had some very interesting looking eyeshadow on.
Oh yes, I was Joseph, and Joseph he becomes Pharaoh's number 2, and I become Egyptian, so I have to wear Egyptian makeup, and I almost missed my cue every single show because I had just the right amount of time to change and put on Egypt makeup. It was a fun challenge.
So what was the play for?
It was for people that came to see it, and it was about Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is an Andrew Lloyd Webber classic.
Mhm.
And I was Joseph, so that was fun. And
It's a musical. Right? Oh,
yeah, it's a musical.
Lloyd Webber. Never mind. Yeah, that says it all.
Yep. Oh, it was great. I had a very good time. It was much fun, and now I'm back in the swang.
Nice.
The
Well,
swing
welcome
of-
back. We've
Thank you
missed
very
you.
much. It's good to be back.
For those that don't know, this play is why Gabe has been absent the last couple of podcasts.
Yes,
He's
my
been-
children.
Busy.
Yes.
But yeah. So what about anyone else out there? What have you guys been up to over the last 2 weeks? What's new?
I haven't been sick this morning.
Good.
I threw up like 5 times.
He died.
Gross.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
Well,
I'm better now though. Like I'm still sick, but like I'm better than I was this morning.
if you do happen to get sick during the podcast, please bring the mic with you.
All right.
Get yourself some.
I'll just bring my phone into the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
We'll do our best to console you.
yeah. Laura, what's new? What have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Well, today I went on a walk and I met a cat, and I think we're friends now because
what's his
he
name?
started following me, but then stopped eventually because there was a dog. But he followed me most of the way back to my house, so I think he knows where I live now.
You guys live the most
that's how they
interesting
get ya.
lives.
But he's
That's how
gonna
they
come
get
get me.
you.
Feline stalker. Well, cats are good at stalking. What can I say?
True, and so is corn.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
stupid.
Good to have you back.
What about you, Matt? What's new with you?
Oh dear. Number of things. Probably the most significant, or not the most significant. The one I enjoy the most is I hand washed my car today.
Ooh.
I reiterate, you guys live the most interesting lives.
Race, you know what kind of car I drive.
I do.
I washed
For those
that
that
by
don't
hand. It was
And you
fun.
didn't get like a ticket for using up too much water in California?
No. Why would you say that?
What kind of car are you
Because
driving?
because I know the kind of car you drive.
Yeah, I know. I drive an
Drives an Explorer. Expedition.
Oh, okay, so it's a big car.
Not quite the excursion, but it was
See,
fun.
but Matt, you overstate how like interesting this is because like for
I didn't say it was
A-
interesting. I said it was
a no-
significant to me. It was very
Okay.
zen. There's a moment at which you're just cleaning your car where all thought leaves your mind and you're just at peace
See-
with the world.
but you washing
That's
an
absolutely
expedition is
beautiful.
like anybody washing a regular car of like not tall height. For you, it's just like, oh, I have to car wash. Did you do like the thing where you kind of like rubbed your beautiful man chest up against the windshield? Did you do that?
I can't say I've ever done that, Race. How often do you wash your car with that method?
Well, see,
Well, it
I
does cover
take
more
my
surface area.
yeah, no, I happen to take my car to like car washes, like the gas station car washes, but I still like to do that.
Was there a sheep and koala?
No,
Mm-hmm.
no. And so what I do is when it's going through the gas station, I jump out of the car and I jump on the windshield and sometimes get tangled up in that big like spinny thing. It's not. I enjoy it more than I should.
Well, that's one way to take a bath.
Yeah,
Sounds
isn't that the
awesome.
point? Yeah, it is pretty awesome. So Paleo, you've been. I'm recapping here. Paleo's been throwing up today. Laura
Yeah.
met a cat, and Matt washed his car. So these are the 3 things so far that we've covered.
I went
And then
Well,
Gabe
last
did
week-
something.
I was in trial the week before that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
recorded a Snoop Dogg impression for an iPhone app.
I can't wait to see somebody repost
This
that
is
on
why I
Facebook.
don't try- Yeah, this is why I don't try to get too exciting. Whatever I say, there is nothing that will beat that.
No, it was actually really boring because it was an infinitely long script. It took like an hour, and I thought, just talking like, "Yo, man, how's it going, man?" I thought that'd be easy, but it's very, very difficult after like 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
The worst part was you had to be stoned the whole time, or maybe it's the best.
That was the best part.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
And oh,
Write it off as a tax credit now.
Can we end the podcast here?
Saber, what if? Never
Never
mind, he's
Nope,
gone.
think about that, Saber.
I was just gonna ask Saber what was new. Sarah, what's new with you?
Not much. I'm still working at Funrise, and that's still fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Saber, what's new? We're going over what's new over the last 2 weeks.
I'm moving to Virginia, possibly this weekend, actually.
Oh my gosh, that makes me really. I have a gig in Atlanta, and I was gonna surprise you.
Later, I'm out of here. I heard you're going my way.
Now you know why he's moving.
Laura, I gotta move now. You're going down to Atlanta, really? What part? Like the city?
I think so. There's advertising firm there or something, and they want me to record a bunch of impressions like that stupid video I did. And it's like 2 days of shooting.
Yeah, the stupid video has over 20 million views on Facebook. Yeah, that's
What?
real dumb. Gabe is I know he's not known for his modesty, but he has some Facebook videos that have been like I think freebooted is the term.
Yeah.
And it's Gabe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's bouncing around like 20 million view mark.
Yeah,
right?
I think the one's at 25 million now. My character impression's at 14 million, and I'm just sitting here wishing I was getting that on YouTube so I could monetize.
Yeah, on YouTube that would actually help a lot.
That could have been a free jetpack you could have built.
Exactly.
Jeez. Well, congratulations on that, Saber. I know that was a big deal, something that's
That's
been
awesome.
kind of overhanging. So it's set into motion now.
Virginia's
Thank you.
awesome.
Congratulations. Good luck on it.
I appreciate it. How are all my friends doing this week?
Good, staying cool as best as I can.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I just got to replace the condenser on my truck, the air conditioner, so that was exciting.
Very good. Very good.
drove
My
out to,
ABS
Red
sensor
Bull.
fried on my car, so the cruise control broke.
Oh.
But the air conditioning still works, so I don't care.
Yeah.
You're from the heck hole of Arizona.
It
Where that
is
summer heat is
insane.
melting, right?
How hot is it?
Oh, yeah. It was 110 today.
Jeez.
I didn't go outside.
Sweater weather.
Yeah.
Can you fly in that heat, or is it just?
I only did it once, and it was terrible, and I'm never going to do it again.
There's no breeze up here.
I kept hitting these pockets of hot air, and the higher I got,
God.
I felt like the temperature kept increasing. I was like, this is not how it's supposed to work!
I think there's like an old Greek story about some guy who flew too close
Icarus.
to the sun. Yeah,
Yeah,
something about his
Icarus.
wings. Yeah, so just a heads up. I think that was actually written in Phoenix, so you're close enough.
Yes.
Mm.
That was the shortest flight. It was like 17 minutes from takeoff till touchdown because I couldn't stand it. It was way too hot.
The fine Grecian city of Phoenix base.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I go in the last 2 weeks, Sarah, I mean, I can't really think of anything that happened. I mean, I think I released a video called Bronies React, but I'm really not sure.
Bernie's react.
Bernie's.
These ponies should have free college.
But yeah, Bronies React has been released, and
Why are they treating the dragon so poorly?
President Celestia, why is it every pony and not everybody? Listen, all right, I know donkeys. I love donkeys. Donkeys love me. All right, when it comes to donkeys, donkeys love me the most. All right. Like he didn't answer the question.
So yeah, Bronies React has been released. It was a season 7 premiere. Since then, I think it was on our last show we announced that we are now working on the episode 10 Royal Problem Bronies React. So yeah.
We can actually talk
By the
about
way,
that
it's-
episode today because it aired 2 weeks ago.
I haven't seen it yet.
Uh-oh.
Wait, did we not talk about it last time?
The
No,
we did.
trailer for the movie came out.
Oh, we
Okay,
did.
well,
We
let's
did.
get the episode synopsis and see how well he does at telling us the plot.
For the record, I just want to say, no spoilers in my goddamn house
No,
when
we
it comes
already,
to this.
yeah,
we
already
talked
talked
about
a
it?
royal- Yeah, we talked about a royal
Already,
problem
right?
Wait,
last time.
I'm so confused right now. What are we talking about?
I don't
I'm
know.
talking about the movie
Star
trailer.
Wars? I have no idea.
No,
Oh,
no,
movie
the
trailer, we're not
movie,
gonna
the
talk
movie
about that.
trailer.
Good.
I've already stated that as of right now, I don't even know if I'm
Nobody's
gonna
even
watch
seen
the. I'm probably gonna have to, but yeah, I'm not intending at least in the next day to watch the movie
Do
trailer.
react to
I
it.
might.
I'm joking. You actually, you could personally do a react to it and probably.
I'm-
Yeah, race
I
react.
think I'm going to do just a singular react to it. I don't like watching movie trailers for the most part unless like I have to, which means I'm probably gonna catch this trailer at some point when we see a movie
Yeah.
in theaters. So, but otherwise, I don't like seek out trailers because I'm always afraid that they're gonna give too much away. So, yeah, we're not gonna get into any details, or I don't know if anyone's here has even seen the trailer because I think it came out today
I always
and most
skim
of us.
through it. I haven't really seen much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So yeah. So no. As far as that goes, Saber, I don't think we have to worry about any of that. And anyone that's in the audience does not have to worry. We're not going to be like, oh, it's incredible that Twilight's dead.
I see Dusty Cat's bald head floating around the ocean. Ready to spring spoilers on me, Dusty. I call you out, buddy. Dusty is
That's a bobber.
Wow.
No, I'm having to go, Dusty. No, Dusty is like, when it comes to pony fans,
Oh my god.
Get out of here.
yeah. Speaking of which, my Pixar video will be coming out tomorrow.
Shameless plug.
And if you're a Patreon of my patron, you watch it tonight.
You mean you're a patron of the Patreon?
I'm slightly inebriated, by the way. It's just good.
Good. I can't wait to see you drive to your new place now.
I'm not gonna be drunk for the next 3 days.
California. It's like, I made it.
I made it to Virginia. There's a West Virginia.
Oh shit.
Damn it. So yeah, no, we're everything just derailed. I don't even know where we are anymore.
Yeah, where were you going?
I believe you're in California. Gabe is somewhere in an undisclosed bunker somewhere, and
it was funny actually that in this last react, it kind of reminded me that there's some people out in the world that don't realize that we have a bonus where we actually talk about like our genuine thoughts.
Yeah, what we
about
really
episodes.
think. Yeah.
And it's funny because it came up once or twice, and I was kind of debating if I was even going to bring this up. Screw it, here it is. It's funny for anyone that's ever wondering, like, did you guys really hate everything about the episode? Watch the bonus. The bonus is where we literally like break down and cry about the episode. So, no, if you're ever wondering, like, our very genuine thoughts in regards, like sometimes there's stuff that comes out in the main react, but that's what the bonus is for. It was always there as an intention to let people really, I guess, know what we thought. And it's just funny to me to see sometimes people get riled up over like, oh my god, you guys are so mean to the show. And it's like, outside of the fact that I don't think much has changed in like how we've been doing this.
Also, we apologized to the show, and it understood.
Yeah, the show and us are on very good terms.
Yes.
We're.
More
Yeah,
than
I don't know where we're going with that. Yes,
We brought
but no.
forth the show and offering.
So, anyways, the reacts have always just been intended on, just having fun with the episodes. And I sometimes see people lose sight of that, but I can't also cater to everybody's like own idea of what humor is, which is
Exactly.
part of why I love the fact that we have, 10 or so people in these reacts. Typically, there's different types of humor that comes out from each of the reactors. So, yep. Just wanted to mention that because I thought it was pretty funny seeing how some people were like, I just can't believe that you guys don't love Trixie at this point.
I hate Trixie, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
No, I still. It's actually funny because the shirt I wore in the last react has Trixie on it. But
You were wearing it ironically.
Well, yeah, it was a shirt your mom bought you, so you have to like wear it, or she's gonna be like, "Why didn't you wear it?"
yeah, because she
Now
watches
you need
the
to wear a
Burning
Starlight
Tracks.
shirt.
Oh my gosh.
The
So-
Starlight has been warming up to me.
I
I
think
think season 7 has been so good. Oh, I love it. I am bummed out because I know we can't talk about the episode I want to talk about because it hasn't come out yet. officially.
And it hasn't
Right.
been in the US yet.
Seen it, but I knew it was going to be
Damn.
huge.
Dude, I tell you, this season's been a return to form, and I tell you I'll tell you what, one of the big reasons, and I'm not trying to sound sexist, I'm not trying to say that one gender can't do it over the other, but having female writers back on the show in force, it just feels like season 2.
Yeah, last season there was barely any.
Yeah.
Call me crazy. I think growing up as a female, as a girl, might give you a bit more perspective
Yeah.
on ponies.
Yeah, I mean, it's
writing.
a show for girls. You'd think that maybe having some writers that are women would be good for the show.
Yeah.
And that does not mean that guys watching it can't enjoy it. I like the season 1 and season 2 and stuff.
Right.
I like it for its borderline girliness, and it's nice to feel that like coming back to the show. So well done to the new writers. They've done
Yeah.
Very few stories, if any, are intrinsically gender specific.
Right.
If you write a good story, if you have a good show, it can appeal to
Now
more
we-
than just one demographic.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's just like the John Lasseter interview that we were talking about earlier this week.
God
Like
bless
it's-
John Lasseter.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Was a new interview with him?
No, it was an
think
old one, I
this is,
think.
like from the 2000s.
Oh, all
But
right.
it was about like how it's not like the tool you use. It's like, I guess it's how you use it.
I want to take this quote and put it on Twitter in a video form because there's
Yeah.
another interview with him where he's talking about how when he talks to other artists who are like, oh my god, how did you draw that? What box of pencils were you using?
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't
That doesn't
matter.
matter.
Rogan number 2. Why?
It doesn't matter what tool you're using. What matters is the idea you have, and that's why I feel bad for Volkswagen. I need to buy the best drawing pad there is, and it's like, listen, you have to have like the ideas and put in the time and effort to make your skills, like to raise your skills.
This is the exact same thing we talk about when people ask us like, what kind of camera should I get? Because I
yeah,
wanna make
exactly.
videos. Yeah.
I mean, there are people that still like get like hundreds of thousands of viewers with a webcam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
recording on their phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm feeling passionate tonight.
Good. No, I agree. It's been a damn great season for my
Yeah,
local
these new writers, Joanna Lewis and Christine Sonko, they're like a duo.
Yeah.
They're like my new favorite writers.
Right. Yeah.
They have done what I've been hoping they would do with the series for a while. They're developing it. It's gone back, like Saber said, to effectively its roots of where it started.
So, a lot of people have been asking or demanding or screaming for. There is an episode, and again, if there's one gripe I have with this season, it's
It's too good.
It's too good.
No, it's that I feel like they took. Gabe, you can back me up here because I know you and I have a lot of experience with these. It's like they took a grenade and threw the grenade, and then it exploded, and they were like, okay, wherever these episodes landed, we'll release those on these dates in this country.
Gosh, yeah.
And then
And-
these
Yeah.
We're not the only ones who are annoyed with that, by the way. Actually, I don't know how much. I don't know. Whatever. I'll just say it. The people who produce the show are not responsible for releasing the episodes. That's
Right.
up to the people who are paying the bills.
Yeah,
And
the networks.
Exactly. And honestly, I don't think there's anybody on the creative side of My Little Pony who's happy with the episode release order. Anybody. Because everybody I've talked to just like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
So they've kind of had to adapt to that over the course of these, these seasons, knowing that they are not going to have any say in this arena. They have to kind of make the episodes a little bit less, sequential. But at the same time, they're trying to develop a story. So it's a fine line and it's difficult.
Well, as we talked about in the last Semi-Perfect podcast, we are right now in the early development stage of making Brony's React to a Royal Problem, an episode that has released in the U.S. Any of the reacts we're going to do are probably going to line up, much like a Royal Problem did. They're going to line up with the U.S. release, because I don't want to release a react,
spoilers.
Yeah.
say for an episode that aired in Australia but hasn't aired here and might not air for a few. I don't even know when it's supposed to air.
If we're going by the MLP wiki, it should be like in a couple weeks for that other one.
Oh, damn it!
So
This has been a bizarre season for distribution.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I just
lot
watched the trailer silent, and oh my gosh, wow.
The movie trailer?
Yes.
All right, you hold your snake tongue behind your teeth.
Behind your teeth.
I told you to take his stuff.
Yeah, you got that.
Like one of the
You sound like Ringo.
bit of Ringo right there.
I'm serious. Again, I won't get into any spoilers or any details because it hasn't aired in the U.S. All I'm going to use are numbers. But I'm curious, for those in the chat, there seems to be a bit of an interest for there to be a Brony's Rec to say episode 13 of My Little Pony. Is that true, or am I just getting a false vibe?
Of season 7.
And before, like, the next episode, it's like Celestia's parents, and we're like, good lord, this is...
Fuck!
Well, it's the guest that I was excited about when this episode, finally came out. I was like, oh, that's really awesome. Michelle was so excited about it, and I don't blame her. I still haven't seen the episode.
Me neither. Me neither.
All right, so far we have 3-4 yeses.
And also
Five.
from people I've talked to as well that aren't in the chat.
13 yeses
definitely-
on one
Who's going
vote.
to say no?
Yes.
No, don't make
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Someone
yes,
said
yes.
Larson.
Yeah, I mean, people like messaged me.
So, someone
about
said
it,
they wouldn't
too,
mind
so.
it.
So, while it's gonna be a
Wow,
ways
Matt.
away,
Matt said skip it.
I had to.
I think we are going to be adding episode 13 to the Brony's React slate. So you guys are the first ones to know. I didn't even actually beef it up in the kind of the advertising for the Semi-Perfect podcast. I just, those of you that are loyal to the podcast, you get to hear it first. It is the plan for us to do a Brony's React to it. We're going to be doing episode 10 first. It's going to be a separate react to episode 13. So it's not going to be around for a little bit, but yeah. I'm like I said, we're still in the early stages of basically starting this episode 10 Brony's React. So, yep. So I know that Saber, it was funny because he was the first person I talked to about this episode. Saber had seen it before me, and you basically were like, so it was almost like how episode 10 was, where you sent me a message like, I really think you should do a react to this one. I'm pretty sure you just copy and pasted what you said and said it again. But
Damn right.
damn right. Speaking of episodes,
There's actually only
So-
one that we're going to talk about this week because we already talked about a royal problem. So the
Did
one
we?
that, yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it last week because I guess everybody had seen
And
it at that point.
the other one before episode 13 hasn't aired yet.
Yeah.
what?
What?
I don't remember talking about it.
So the only episode we're talking about today is Not Asking for Trouble, which is the Pinkie Pie episode where she goes to Yakistan.
Oh.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The ISIS episode.
What?
I'm kidding.
Hey, Gabe would
Being
know,
racist.
okay? He's special forces and in ISIS. So
Sarah, don't worry. I don't think ISIS watches this podcast.
we're gonna find out really quick though.
Just look out for Allahu Akbars. I'm a terrible person.
You're gonna get her channel banned for like supporting ISIS.
Well, Praise, say hi to the NSA. I'm sure they're listening in now.
Hi. Okay, so this episode, I won't hit too hard. Well,
It was one of the weaker episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesson 1 that the first scene of the show episode shows. Lesson of this story is to invite yourself to parties.
The thing I don't like, so here's the
Yes.
premise of the episode. Pinky goes to Yakistan to go meet the yak friend that she made earlier in the, seasons ago, who visited Prince. What's his name? I don't know.
Rutherford or something like that.
That one. He I didn't really care for that episode either. So she visited as a pony ambassador to Yakistan to participate in some I guess holiday during Yak Fest, and Pinkie Pie's being she's being very nice. She's trying to join in on the tradition and do it through and through. Because of their stomping, it caused snow to cover their village. Pinky offers to help, to bring the ponies to help, and the actor's like, we don't want your help. Like, we can do it on our own. And the moral of the episode was, if your friends won't say they need help, then you should do it for them anyway, which is very poor communications.
Yeah.
So
I told Sarah after watching this episode, I said, this is one of the worst morals I think I've ever seen from the show, because it's literally, it's giving the suggestion that if someone isn't asking for help, it's because they don't want to ask for it, but they still want
They
it.
still need it, and you know their needs better than they do.
If someone, like I told, this is from my take. I'm like, honestly, the way I would have treated this if I was in Pinkie Pie's hooves is that if she don't if somebody is that adamant about not having help, there comes a point where you just walk away and go, okay,
you're on your own.
Go ahead
You
and
learn.
Oh my god.
it's I don't know. It just,
I love Pocahontas.
Tale as old as many moons.
It sounds like it would be something part of a YouTube poop.
But yeah, no, I just thought.
Drive by a homeless person. Here, I have some food. I want money. All right, thanks.
Oh god. Yeah, it just seemed like a very strange moral. Unless, like, I mean, maybe I'm missing what it was trying to teach here, but it just, to me, it was telling the viewer, if somebody clearly says they do not want help. I mean, I know that technically they were saying they don't ask for help. I get it. But that's going to go over a kid's head. They're not going to be like, well, technically they were saying if they don't ask for help, we can still help them. It's like, no, don't help me. Okay, I gotcha.
Okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, we're on the same page.
I think I have something that happened yesterday that kind of fits in with like how this moral of this episode can be kind of fucked up. So yesterday I started making cookies to bring to work because me and my coworkers, we got a lot done and we had a presentation and it went well. And in the middle of like mixing up my cookies, I realized that I can't find the cookie pan to put them on and bake them. And I'm like, where did it go? And I'm looking in all of the cabinets where I would have usually put it. And I'm like, I have no idea where these went. And like a month ago, my parents were here. And my mom is very much a homemaker. She does a lot of like She did a lot of screwing around with all of my stuff.
I lose so much shit when her mom comes here. I'm like, where's the TV?
She thinks
Like,
she's helping
Where's the TV?
by putting the cookie pan in the oven's warming drawer, where she didn't even fucking tell me, and I open it, I'm just like, this is where Mom would put it, and she was here recently, so I'm just gonna look, and I open it, and they're there. I'm like, Mom!
Is that what the drawer for under an oven?
Well, the warming drawer, like the drawer under the oven is like, it's a warming drawer where you can, like, if you cook like a pizza or something, you just stick it in the warming drawer if your party's running late or something like that.
Mine's just like a drawer where I just put pans in.
Yeah, that's
what
a great
my mom
example.
did, and I'm like, I don't put them here. I put them in the cabinet over there.
Your mom actually is a great. Now I'm just gonna crap all over your parents. All right, so
they don't watch the podcast. They don't even.
Oh well, great. No, it is funny because your mom does do this a lot when she's over here, or she'll be like, "I'm gonna take it upon myself to help you because I can tell you really need it." And there's times where I'm like,
I'm going to take you to the store and we're going to buy you a computer desk.
I know. I was literally like put on the spot like, okay, Jeffrey, so is this a good price for you? And I'm like, wait, I'm buying something right now? What's happening? But,
no.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy anything.
I hate change.
I prefer money that folds, actually. Yeah, I agree with you, Saber.
Change. So yeah, no, it's a good example of why this is a moral you should be careful with. So, yeah, the Yaks certainly had some character development, didn't they?
No.
Indeed.
I was totally expecting all the other Yaks to like fucking say something at some point, but they didn't, and I'm like,
But here's the thing: Prince Rutherford is their leader.
Speak when spoken
to. Like they need a pony standing up to Celestia saying, "You know what? You're wrong."
Hasn't Twilight done that? I don't know.
Are you kidding? Twilight? Like...
Okay. Well, Starlight did it. Okay, she did it.
That's because Twilight.
You see, that was another example of a pony helping two ponies that didn't ask for help themselves.
I think she more accidentally did it, though.
For the record, I'm being a smartass right now.
I just love how compulsive that move was on Starlight's part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope this works. Shit. But yeah. So, yeah. But, I mean, overall, like, yeah, okay, so this episode maybe was a weaker one of the season, but again, overall, season 7 has been fantastic.
I mean, it was no daring do. Here's the thing, is that like a bad moral is like, oh, this is kind of dumb, but it doesn't necessarily ruin an entire episode unless it's like truly stupid.
Mm-hmm.
What ruins an episode is if characters like relapse or something, where it's like, Rainbow Dash, we've been through this 5 times. Like that's why like Daring Do or Mare-Duel is such a not fun episode.
Yeah, though I was gonna say the Daring Do episode that happened later after season 2, where they made her just a character. I was like, that's really bad storytelling.
That was weird. I agree.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good one.
It's one of my least favorite episodes because I was just like, what?
Yeah, me too.
Why? Why can't she just be an author? What? We need to immerse Rainbow Dash in her adventures.
Wait, Gandalf's real?
Yeah, it's like that.
Atreyu! Did no one get that?
I got it. I just was shaking my head so nobody heard or saw it.
I saw it in my
that's good on a podcast.
We're mostly audio friendly here.
I was nodding yes. I don't know why the viewers, the listeners. Okay, so there was that, and then some movies have come out, and again, spoilers on movies. We will not get into spoilers, especially because these movies are still in theaters. But we talked about how we were going to see Cars 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't seen it yet.
What?
Wait,
Yeah,
have you
at
guys
this
not
point,
seen it?
we've
Or
seen
have
it.
you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We've
Because the
seen
way
it,
Race was talking about it at the beginning of the podcast, I thought he hadn't seen it.
Oh.
No, I was trying to figure out if we had, because we were discussing if we had already talked about it on the podcast, but all we talked about was that we were going to see it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah.
Paleo, what did you think of Cars 3?
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was like
Are there spoilers?
No.
No,
Good
there's
Lord.
no spoilers.
Have you
Just
ever
in
been
case.
on this show?
I'm gonna go get some more drink.
We're not going to talk about spoilers, Saber.
Well, but I
like
liked
the-
it. I thought it was the.
Go
Huh?
on. I'm sorry.
I said I liked it probably the best out of the three.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw it twice because I saw it yesterday with my mom.
Really?
I took her to go see it because I thought she would enjoy it.
Nice.
That's cool. You went to see it. You've seen it more than me.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
Weird.
Zootopia Race.
I felt
Yeah,
like
he's
this
got to
movie
save his
catered-
money for Zootopia too.
Yeah. But they will announce it soon enough.
Maybe D23 that's coming up. We'll see.
I'll stay on topic, but remind me that I have a Zootopia thing, and Matt would find it interesting because it involves court stuff. Cars 3, again, not getting into spoilers, but it was a really, I enjoyed it. I felt like they did a really good job kind of grabbing, I guess you could say, I understand there's people who have issues with this
Universe.
series for whatever reason. Yeah, the universe.
Yeah, it's the universe.
Some people
Not really the
find
series
it hard
itself, but the
to
universe.
suspend their disbelief
Yeah.
a little bit for it.
I get that, but
Yeah.
but to me, I felt like this movie did a great job of recapturing the magic of the first movie.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you could tell that they're like, all right, guys, we're gonna try this again because round 2 did not go good,
Yeah.
and this time we are roping in Mater.
Yeah,
like
they really did.
if you couldn't tell by the previews and the
Yeah.
fact that I don't think he showed up once.
in
in the
trailers,
previews.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that alone was something we could have discussed before you ever even saw the movie. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. There were some parts that really cracked me up. Some parts that felt very relatable to me in particular. I understand a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I was telling my
you-
mom how like you would relate to that.
Yes, and it was great. I saw it with Tommy, who I do the low budget stuff with. By the way, if there's anybody in the area, we have a Night of Destruction this Saturday night, and if you
be there.
Heck yeah.
come on out, if you do have plans on coming out, I recommend getting your tickets today because A, that's cheaper to purchase online, and B, it's probably going to sell out before Friday.
Oh, the 4th of
Oh,
July.
selling out reminded me of
Always
some news from earlier this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring it up later.
Okay, but yeah. So Sarah, what did you think of Cause 3?
Well, I liked it the best out of all three. I really loved the new character, Cruz Ramirez. I think she was a great addition, and I think like her story is really good. I think they handled it well with what they were like kind of going for as far as like, I guess, female empowerment. Yeah. I found it really interesting. It was a lot more complex of a movie than I was actually expecting it to be in that regard.
Did you guys see it with a NASCAR audience?
We saw
it
it
with Tommy, who
Yeah,
does low
with
budget.
Tommy.
That is a NASCAR audience.
For the record, there are a lot of references that completely went over my head. Tommy says he wants to see it again because he focused more on all the NASCAR references than the actual story.
Wow.
And there's so many things he pointed out. I was like, what was the deal with this character? And he's like, you realize he voiced that character. And I went, oh my God. And I started laughing.
Yeah.
And this was like 20 minutes after the movie. There are some really funny inside references that I think fans and even non-fans alike can get. But
Yeah, there's a location. I'm not gonna say where it is, but it's a location in North Carolina that I wasn't aware of. Because when I saw it with my mom said like, that's in North Carolina. I was like, it is.
Huh.
So, but yeah, North Carolina's a big NASCAR state. So, the audience, me and Hirasashi went to go see it together, and like the audience would actually get hyped during the races.
Yeah, I love. Well, actually, I'd say some people with us were getting hyped as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's I guess you could call a sports movie where there's stuff happening on screen, and so yeah. No, it was fun though. It was a really fun experience. I was very happy that, like, I'm someone who will openly admit to I had fun with Cars 2. I also won't stand by it in a way where I'm like, it should have been critically acclaimed and Oscar worthy. But just for what it was, I'm like, I got a kick out of it. But this Cars 3 did a really good job of, I think redeeming itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Yeah, so it was fun.
I'm excited to see Cars 3. After I'm done moving, I want to go take Laura to go see it. I want to, because the part of the trailer actually kind of got me fired up.
Whoa, I was not consulted on this.
If you want to go, I thought you said you'd see it if someone
No. You do not. No, Laura. Saber.
I want to see it.
Saber.
Laura, I thought you said you'd see it if
No,
someone
I'm gonna
else...
watch it when it's free.
No, Laura. Why don't you want to see it?
Lammy and I are going
Because I
to
don't care about
enjoy
Cars.
Cars 3.
You don't care
Why don't
about
you
Cars?
double feature? You watch a movie that you care about, and then
No.
You're being stealing?
What if
What do you-
Saber goes
I'll
to see? What if Saber goes to see 47 Meters Down?
I don't want to see your dirty porno.
That's fun.
I want to hear what Saber's reaction is like for that movie.
Oh, jeez!
It's super fun.
I don't get you.
I can't
weirdos.
believe you, Laura.
What?
It's a fun shark movie.
I will tell you. I wasn't feeling very invested in Cars 3. I watched the trailer while making my video, and I liked the scene where like Lightning McQueen's agent, that's his name, said like you can make the biggest payday, and then Lightning McQueen's like, wait, payday? Like you're talking about money and not actually like winning the race. Like what's this all about? And I'm like, okay, I can dig that because it's talking about like integrity in sports and how there are a lot of people who are kind of just like, you're not here to win. You're here to make a commotion and make a name for yourself. And it's like, but that's not like being honest. So I'm excited for that. Also, it's Pixar, so I'm going to see it. And also Coco comes out later this year. So that's exciting.
Yeah, Laura won't care about that movie either because she doesn't like skeletons.
No, she wants to because there's an Olaf's Adventure beforehand.
That's actually another thing I do want to see that I'd watch regardless.
You
of
are a
what's in front of it.
loser. You want to see Olaf's Adventure over Cars 3.
Okay, first of all, it's not Olaf's Adventure. It's a Frozen thing, so it's
Olaf's
called
Frozen.
Olaf's Adventure.
It's called Olaf's Adventure, Laura.
It's called
called
Olaf's
Olaf
Frozen
outfit.
Adventure.
It's called Olaf Goes to Get His wisdom teeth removed adventure.
By the way,
Just because I don't care about Cars doesn't mean that you shouldn't go see it. Like, go have fun. I just probably won't pay to see it. I'll watch it when it comes out and it's
Saber,
free.
why don't you treat your girlfriend to a movie?
I was trying to say that from day one.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Now it's free, Laura.
Oh my gosh.
And you're gonna like it.
By the way, when I went to go see the Cars 3 with Hirasashi, there was a trailer for the Olaf short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
actually-
gave everything away.
Yeah, it was a trailer for a
like-
short.
How?
Like an abridged version of the short. You already know.
Am I the only person who's like, please let this just be like, okay, that counts as our sequel for Frozen. Now we're gonna move on to Zootopia.
Nah, they're doing Frozen 2 after Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Why do people always say it with that? Oh, they're doing Frozen 2. Frozen was good. All right, and I'm
Yes, he
excited.
was. Just because he was overplayed and overhyped does not mean it wasn't really
But
good.
I'm upset because
Agreed.
it's pushing back Gigantic.
I'm upset
absolutely
because
gigantic.
it's in the way of Zootopia too. I
I'm
have nothing
upset
against
because
Frozen.
Disney is struggling as a company. All right, they took a leap of faith. and bet it on this new thing called Star Wars. It's not really working out for.
Oh, by the way, D23
really
is
a
like
dumb
in a
business
couple weeks.
move.
Frozen took away my Muppets show, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sarah has a personal vendetta.
What about the Emoji Movie?
Oh my god.
I don't care how hot it is, Gabe. I will drive out to Arizona right now.
I hope there's news at D23 about Wreck-It Ralph. I hope they show something.
I hope they
want
change the
to
name
hear
of the
about
movie.
it. I want
Yeah.
to-
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Dumb.
I'm with you.
I have a
sounds
feeling
more like
that they
a-
might, because like of everybody's reaction to it.
Ralph breaks the internet.
What, did Ralph like have to like replug in the router or something? Like,
Did what? Rolf? Did you say?
You got rolled.
Yeah,
that's many dollars, that boy.
Muppets. Oh god. So actually, since we're on the topic of Disney, I don't know if I think we talked about it a little bit on other podcasts, but I think about a month or two ago, a lawsuit popped up where Disney was under fire for stealing the ideas of, I believe his last name was Goldman.
Mort Goldman! He stole my ideas!
That's what I was thinking.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
that's really bad.
he.
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Damn it. He accused Disney of stealing his ideas and was taking them to court over Zootopia. Basically said, I told you guys that I had an idea about a world with animals that walk.
With the squirrel, and it's like,
So
okay.
how did that turn out?
Well, it was up for Matt. You can fill in a little bit here more, but essentially, it was up for determination if it was going to make it to court. And
Right, so probably a motion for summary judgment.
right, and the Judge Fitzgerald, took a look
Wait.
at it.
What county is this in?
U.S. District Judge Michael Fitzgerald. Does that answer your
Different
question?
Fitzgerald, different Judge Fitzgerald than I'm familiar with.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, so it was the case was reviewed on June 26th by a judge, and the judge essentially said, "Are you serious?" and threw it out.
Good. Thank
Well,
you.
Yeah. So Goldman.
I don't get it. Like, did like I wouldn't be surprised if like behind Goldman is ancient Egypt going like, by the way, we came up with anthropomorphic animals when we made like the Sphinx.
These people
Like,
that sit around, even if your
God
idea
Ra
was taken,
was originally
they
the
created
fox,
something
and
out of
therefore
it.
Egypt owns Zootopia.
He was reaching. He
Belongs
was
to Anubis
reaching
now.
on this one.
I know it was Anubis, and Anubis is a jackal, but
I don't get it. Like Matt, you were saying, when it comes to Disney, that they'll if they're in the wrong, they will settle quickly. Versus them saying, "All right, knuckle up, like we're going to throw down and make it and set a precedent to the rest of the world that you don't screw with us and that we're going to lawyer up."
And within an hour of this accusation popping up, Disney had already released a statement basically saying, "Bring it on," because we know that we own everything that we released. We know we didn't.
Race. I imagine
Rant about this for a second though. Like the
Yes.
thing. Okay, here's what bothers me about this. Say that someone actually did take his idea, okay? Which, by the way, it's not the idea that's that original. There's a lot more that goes into a movie than just the idea. Aside from not even talking about movies, what really bugs me, there are billions of people in the world and everybody's got ideas, but they hold on to those ideas. It's not the idea that counts. It's that you actually go for it and you do something with it and you put in the tremendous amount of effort. 99% of the work is taking that 1% of an idea and turning it into a successful, workable. There's so much that goes on, and then someone comes out of the woodwork with, "I drew some sketches of this. You guys owe me lots of money." It's like, oh, really? Because if we didn't take your idea, would you have done anything with it? No. You would have sat there in that stupid book, like all of your crappy ideas, and no one would have seen it.
Hey,
devil's advocate. Devil's advocate, though. Here's the downside, though.
Okay.
Let's say legitimately someone was screwed over, and here's the thing about, and this can be applied to the realm of YouTube as well, where you made a video that a company's claiming copyright. and they're saying, okay, see in court, and you're like, oh, it's going to cost me $10,000 in legal fees just to fight it. And it's like, well, never mind, forget it. Like, and that's Matt, you chime in and correct me if I'm wrong, but like half the battle is just getting to court. No, make me sound cool and agree with me.
Okay, what do you want me to agree with you with?
Well, let me get the paperwork.
The thing is that Goldman is a guy who's worked in the movie industry. I think he wrote Total Recall or something, and I don't know. I think a lot of people were surprised about this because it was coming from somebody within the film industry who should know, unless you have that's what the court, the court case is for. If Disney had taken his idea and it's like, oh, you got some good evidence back in this, at that point it's like, okay, well, that's what the court and the judge and everything, that's why you go to court.
If he had like the same like kind of script, and like the script was almost like word for word of what they did, then yeah, he'd have some kind of evidence.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
That he invented the word Zootopia, which, by the way, I'll remind everybody that the reason that Zootopia isn't called Zootopia in the UK and other countries,
there's a zoo.
There's a zoo called Zootopia, and honestly, Zootopia, wow, genius.
I like to imagine when Disney was told, the lawyers were told that this guy is trying to sue them, that when the lawyers, I like to think of the scene from Monsters, Inc., where all the monsters, the scarers, are arriving on the scare floor in slow motion. And those are all the lawyers, their suitcases with like the fog machine in the background.
Disney knows how to make an entrance.
Yeah.
I like to think as their entire legal team just sat there and collectively sighed.
We gotta get up out of our chairs.
So someone poked the bear.
The reality is, anyone can sue anyone for anything.
Well, that's why we have so many stupid rules.
Well, I mean, realistically, you can sue anyone for anything. You better have a good reason for it, or else you're going to be hurting on the back end, figuratively and literally.
Can I sue Cookout for giving me food poisoning?
You could. Whether or not you'll win is an entirely different story.
So could you sue someone for hurting on the back end, say Preparation H?
Yes, actually.
You know what the sad part about
you right now, Gabe, if I wanted to.
The sad part about this, and I'm going to use an example that's
I can sue you right now.
kind of outside, but you always I feel like people are always going to hear the first part, but not the second part. So people saw, oh my God, Zootopia stole this guy's ideas and now he's taking them to court. They're not going to look up I wonder how that's turning out. And they're probably not going to see it was dismissed because that's not the big
that's
story.
Not interesting.
All they remember is the story they heard about someone suing.
So yeah, so people are going to remember that and be like, oh my God, but this is, if a sequel is announced, but that's the movie that Disney stole from that one guy. They're not going to know, oh my God, yeah, no, that was dismissed. An example of this is that the racetrack that I do all this stuff at, Irwindale Speedway, a big article came out saying it was going to be torn down and turned into a mall. Everybody in the city, everybody in the surrounding area within a 100-mile radius saw that and went, oh, wow, the track's being torn down. Guess what? The track's still there, and that went out the window. The contracting company screwed up. They realized, oh, there's a lot more money involved here than we realized, plus all other sort of legal jargon.
And that
they
story
went,
was what, about 2 or 3 years ago?
Yes. And the problem is that we go down the street to the local gas station, and we're like, hey, so we're racing. If you can pass out, here's some free tickets, just give them to whoever. And they're like, oh, wow, the track still runs? I thought it was torn down. Like, you're freaking 2 blocks away. You can't see the stands.
That is a byproduct of having a plush and cushy life. You humans, honestly, any species.
I knew it. You weren't a human.
Any species needs some kind of mental and physical stimulus to keep them on edge and prepared. And when you don't get that in your everyday life, you start to seek it out in entertainment. And I think that's why action movies do well. And it's the exact same principle with drama-based media. And I really think that's kind of part of the deal. If your life is kind of boring, you start seeking that entertainment elsewhere.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're crazy.
It's a joke, boy. No, I remember after college, I was going through a phase where I wasn't really doing much of anything, and I was thinking like there are dogs working on farms that are more active and have more of a schedule than I do.
Yeah.
And that got me motivated.
And now you're working on a farm, facing the sheep, going.
You get paid twice as much as you're on all fours.
So before we jump into Q&A,
Oh yeah, there's one thing I wanted to mention.
Oh yeah, you go first, and then I'll hit up mine.
Okay, so announced earlier this week on Monday, Nintendo is making a Super Nintendo Classic.
This isn't the POS podcast. We don't care, Paleo.
Does anybody on here care?
Yeah. There's
I'm
stuff
joking.
too on
I'd like to hear the topic before I decide whether or not I care. But go ahead.
Yeah, like, and the lineup of games that they have for it is amazing. Like every single one of them are like really good. Some of them like, huh?
Keep going.
Yes, some of them are like considered like the greatest of all time. Like Super Metroid, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3,
E.T.
E.T. Kirby Superstar, like The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, like a whole bunch of really good stuff. But the big thing that was announced with this is that the fact that it's coming out with Star Fox 2, which was never released.
Yeah, so that.
Love
Yeah.
Star Fox.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, because Star Fox 2 was developed for the Super Nintendo, but it never came out because they thought like, well, this is a 3D game on our Super Nintendo, and the N64 is about to come out, so let's not confuse like our the public with this. So and a lot of the ideas from Star Fox 2 went into Star Fox 64, but from what I've heard from people who have played Star Fox 2, because people that worked at the company, let out a ROM for a Star Fox 2 and put on like repro cartridges and everything, and from what I hear, it's really good.
So hang on, bear with me a second. I'm a bit slow right now. Star Fox 2 was gonna come out. It became Star Fox on the Nintendo 64.
No, they used ideas from Star Fox 2 in Star Fox 64. Star Fox 2 is a completely different game.
Okay.
Yeah, it has the Super Nintendo 3D graphics, which look a lot worse, but it's charming. But yeah, the Super Nintendo Classic, they've announced that they're going to make significantly more than the NES Classic. I was fortunate enough to get one with one of the last shipments back in April. But I really hope that they are making a lot more. And if you're scalping it, you're a scumbag.
Yep. You're a scumbag, and you're trash, and you should get hit by a truck.
Wow, thanks, Jesus, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Fine.
Scalpers are scum. I mean, they ruined
No,
it.
I agree.
Little kids, and more importantly, me, will be upset Christmas morning when I'm using my Super Nintendo.
By the way, Laura,
Yep.
I know you liked Zootopia, so
I do like Zootopia. And I like the first Cars movie. But
we're cool.
the second one made me sad.
I just wanted you to know that.
Okay, I do appreciate it. I appreciate you, Race.
You got to take
You
Saber
and
to
your
go
kind
see
words.
Steve 47 meters down, though.
Okay.
I wanna
I
hear
saw
what his reaction's like.
Cloverfield Lane with Laura, and I'd say that
Yeah, I
movie's,
got him to watch it.
that movie's still keeping me up. Gabe, you would like that movie a lot.
47 meters down, really? You think?
No. Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield
Yes.
Lane.
Okay. Everybody tells me I need to see that. My dad told me I needed to see that. And that was it. But yes. I really want to see it.
No, I think you'd enjoy it because you're a thinker, and I think knowing you'd be like 4:30 in the morning, you're like, you know what? Now's a good time to watch this.
Yes. Yeah. 4:30 is about when I get ready to settle in.
I'm scared.
That's Gabe time. If I know Gabe, that's Gabe time. When he's like, the rest of the world is slowing down, time for me to speed up.
It's a very unusual movie for it's a very unusual movie for John Goodman to play in, but he was really good in it.
He's scary.
I like John Goodman.
Yeah.
I have one last thing to add to all
Girl with
of
All the
this.
Gifts was also good. Someone watched that.
Paleo, I saw The Shallows.
Oh, you did? How'd you like it?
I liked it. I thought
Otherwise
it was
known as 2 meters down.
Yeah. Because 47 meters down was supposed to come out like a couple months after.
Gabe, that was brilliant.
It was more like at sea level.
Yeah. Because 47 meters down was originally on DVD, but it was pulled from shelves once it went to a different distribution company.
They're like, wait,
we're watching your video.
People like this movie, and maybe we should release it in theaters.
Yeah,
and, Shallows helped that because it was popular. No, I enjoyed it. It has your moments in it where you're like, oh my god, this is really funny. But I enjoyed.
The shark is there, but it still makes you tense.
It does a very good job. I like the action in it, which they did a good job with it. I guess that's about as across the board I can be with it. But so the last thing I wanted to bring up here before we jump into Q&A is that coming up not this weekend but next weekend is a convention, Crystal Mountain PonyCon in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Gabe and I are going to be there.
Unfortunately, due to my moving schedule, I will not be there. But I'll be there in spirit, because if you're participating or if you watch the vlog, just know that during the Who's Line section, I personally will be making sure these guys go through hell. Because I'm setting up the game.
Set it up?
Yeah, baby.
Lovely.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I know for me, there's a Bronies React panel that'll be happening on Saturday, and the Who's Line is going to be on Friday night. And then Gabe, I know you have you got a concert and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yes, I do, and I will be doing the Bronies React panel. By the way, finally managed to get a hold of Scott, and it's gonna work out.
Awesome. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So
that's cool. Okay, so in that case, I can say that Bronies React and Who's Line is on your schedule as well. So.
Yes, it is.
Very cool.
Let's get to the Q&A section because I'm excited to actually get through a bunch of these this time.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
Crystal Mountain PonyCon. Again, for anybody that's going to be out there, should be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's going to be my first time doing a convention out there for anything. So hopefully it's cooler weather. And I can't wait to see you, Gabe. Henry's going to be there. B-Vids is also going to be out there. So
B-Vids!
It should be a lot of fun. All right, Q&A.
All right.
It's the Q&A
Oziel asks, did you watch the Equestria Girls Dance Magic?
Yes.
I haven't yet.
No.
Is that out?
I forgot to record it. Yeah, apparently it is out officially. I forgot to record it.
Record it.
I did. It's hard to keep up with all the stuff because it's all fucked up.
It is fucked up. Oh shoot! So
we'll
we missed.
catch a rerun.
Is that the first of the Equestria Girls releases?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drown in Bronies Rex.
All right. Ross Pitt asks, "What's the most heated argument you've ever been in?"
I got Sarah to throw us spoons.
Yeah.
The most heated argument. That's a good question. Who asked
That's not a
that?
fun question.
Ross Pitt.
That's sad.
Are we talking professionally or personally?
Either way.
You, yes.
Either way.
Paleo, we've gotten into some fights
Whatever
before.
was most.
Yeah, we have. Oh, we're like really petty shit too.
Waffles.
Oh no!
Pancakes!
The most heated one I can think of.
I mean, I've been in heated arguments with Saber before.
But listen, I tell you, the one that I remember though, because I saw a side of this person I never thought I'd ever see.
He's going to talk about Babs.
It scared me. It scared me. A single tear dropped from my delicate eyes when Race forced upon me Zootopia. Like,
oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Forced.
I promised.
I was excited because I had my mouth full of meatballs, and I mean it sexually, and I was so happy. I was so happy to be hanging out with G and Barrow and other people
with
Whose
my
party
friends.
was that, Saber?
And in the corner of this room is this nasty, shadowy creature lurking about with blonde hair, and he goes, "I gotta go see Judy again," and he grabs me and puts this cloth on my mouth, and I knocked out. Next thing I know, I'm in Matt's car. And Race has the gun pointed at Matt's head, saying, "Drive faster!" And it was
Thank you for
terrifying.
giving me plausible deniability in all this, Saber.
Oh man.
What the hell, Gabe?
Gabe.
Put
I
your
just wanted
sta-
to add some
put-
sound effects.
put
I
your
do
state.
sound effects. I'm both amused and terrified that you had that sound effect ready to go.
I'm holding
I'm
a
not
gun.
surprised.
I
I
sometimes
remember-
use my guns when we do this.
When we were doing Who's
In
Line,
case it all goes horribly wrong.
and Gabe said, "Remember when he was like her whole body's pink."
Yes.
And the entire audience took a moment, and then we all realized, like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
I ended up on the ground. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, someone fell. That's right.
That was me. I fell.
Some of the best, dirtiest jokes from Who's Line comes from Gabe because he's a clever son of a gun. All right, next question.
All right. Also from Ross Pitt, if you had to choose from all 10 fingers, which one would you like to keep? Now this is interesting because usually it's the other way around. Which one would you want? Which one would you want to like cut off or lose or something like that?
So wait a second, we're losing 9 fingers in
now-
this deal?
I guess.
I don't like this.
Nine fingers?
Do we
I
get to
want
keep?
my-
Yeah,
Can I
if you had to
sacrifice
choose
a
from
toe
all 10
instead?
fingers, which one would you like to keep? So I guess you're losing
Wow.
9 fingers.
So generous. To at least
I
ask
gotta
us.
go at least with one of my thumbs, because
Yeah.
frankly, that would
10.
I could at least.
You only
use that
get to keep
better against
one.
Yeah, I'll keep my right thumb.
I'll keep my right middle finger.
That's what I would do as well.
Good reason. You drive in L.A.
Yeah.
I'll keep my left pinky.
I'll keep my ring finger for that beautiful young man I'm gonna marry someday.
You'll find him one day.
Thank you.
Young. God, that's yeah. I'm like literally sitting here like working
Squirming.
each finger. Like,
Yeah.
which
All
one
right.
do I want?
You
I like
know-
my thumbs. Yeah, thumb. I want my thumb.
Ooh, I like this question from Nora, but we'll save it because we're going to go in chronological order here.
Okay. Did everybody submit their answers that wanted to submit their answer for that question?
For which finger we're gonna keep?
Yeah.
I guess my right thumb, just so I can sort of kind of play video games.
You know, I have actually seen people that are able to play video
Yeah,
games.
There are people that like lost their like fingers and just have nubs now that can play.
They play with their mouth, for crying out loud. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Or
their
like
feet.
their feet, yeah.
Yeah,
Humans, if you really want to do something, you can do it.
yeah.
All right, next
All right.
We'll find a way.
Oh shit. Ozzyal asks thoughts on Book of Life getting a sequel. I didn't
Wasn't
know
that
that.
canceled?
Is that happening?
I don't know. I never heard of
Yeah,
it.
that
Sarah,
was
give us all the
announced.
information.
The creator Gutierrez he said that they're doing a sequel,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
interesting
They
and
said they
in
wanted to
light
do a
of Coco.
series.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, if they
Yeah.
ever get to it, that'd be cool because I liked Book of Life.
That'd be pretty hype.
I just wonder how Coco's gonna do, man.
Considering that they're putting Frozen short in it, that should go ahead and tell you enough.
Yeah, they're already grasping because they're trying to
Yeah.
get as many people to see it. They know
Yeah, they
people are
don't
gonna
want another
just for
good
the
dinosaur to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozzyal asks, ACRacebest, why did you not do a Brunny's React premiere of the season 7 of both episodes instead of one? Why did you choose to just do the one?
This is a solid question. The reason is because
They're not connected.
We've always done the react is whenever we do a premiere or finale or whatnot, it's to the story that is the premiere.
Yeah.
And the story was only 1 episode long of this premiere. Yeah, they aired 2 episodes, but it would have been 2 completely different reacts essentially. And I don't know. I felt like the cleanest way I could do it was sticking with the first episode, which was strictly the premiere. When you look back, someone's not going to go, "Oh, I want to watch the premiere," and it's here I'll watch the first 2 episodes. It's not part 1, part 2. It's just that 1 episode is the premiere. So that's why we only did the premiere strictly.
All right, Jazz King Plays asks, any opinions of the E3 presentations? Anybody watch
Sarah
E3?
showed me.
Metroid Prime 4.
Sarah showed me the Crash Bandicoot.
No, that was
thing.
from like last year's E3.
Oh,
We were talking about it because he's been playing Uncharted 4.
I'm hip.
I watched the
Also-
a bit of the Rooster Teeth coverage of E3, and really liking Assassin's Creed
Origins.
Yes.
You said ass.
Also, like I heard that they were
I
doing
said it
like
twice, Race.
they're making like a game that's based off of like the pirate ship mechanic that was in the couple
Skull and
games
Bones.
ago. Yeah, that's interesting.
Which looks pretty neat because they tease at the end of the trailer like a giant sea monster. So it's gonna have, like,
looks really
mythical
good, too.
elements in it too.
Nice.
No Last of Us 2 stuff. I was just
I was surprised, but also at Sony's is the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which I'm
baby.
I haven't
love
played
that
that
roller
game yet,
coaster.
but I'm probably
It's
gonna get
really
it.
good.
Oh,
so I
you've
can
never
play it.
played it?
No, I've never played it. Like it's
That's
always looked
one
interesting.
of the greatest games ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that they're doing a remake, I'm probably gonna buy it and play it.
Nice.
and also the Mario Odyssey trailer, which just makes me incredibly hyped for that.
Oh man, I love the song. I've been singing
The
it
song
and
is so
listening
good.
to it a lot. So.
All right.
All right. Nora Mermaid asks, my question is for Gabe, which do you like being in more, air or water?
That's a
Or
good question.
dirt.
That's a good question too.
Air water.
They're so different. Like, water's like dense and viscous, and air is not.
And you won't die if you fall?
By the way, I do have a follow-up question to this. Just don't know that, but as you were saying.
Well, that's true. You won't die if you fall, but you can also drown in water.
Yeah, and also, like, if you go too deep, you're gonna die.
I like air sports. It's really fun to be up there, but unless you're among the clouds or flying very close to the ground, there's not a lot to see. So it's
what are air sports?
Oh,
they're like water sports, but in the air.
I'm talking like skydiving, paramotor, piloting a Cessna or a stunt plane, something that involves flips.
Okay.
There's a lot. It's high adrenaline and usually not very long lasting. Usually, 30 minutes tops if you're flying a sport, aircraft. Before you're too exhausted to keep flying. But that's really fun. But it's a high speed, like I said, high speed, high adrenaline. Not a lot of exploration, mostly just thrill. And you come down and you're like, oh, that was awesome. But when you scuba dive, it's a lot slower, but it's all about the adventure. It's about discovery and being somewhere that most people don't get to go.
Dude, I want to go scuba diving so badly. Like to like you said, to descend into a world that's not your own. That sounds amazing.
Will you want to go?
That is beautiful, and I might steal that for lyric.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you were
descend into a world that's not my own. Yep, I'm gonna make it a song.
You still on for collaborating with me for that Disney video and doing a
right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, we have to do that. I know. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. But yes,
Saber, when I collabed with Gabe, it took me 3 days to have a written song to him. What's taking so long, man?
Well, your song was dumb. It was easy to record.
All right, next question.
I didn't think about that.
All right.
Anyway,
Nikki Diaz.
Scuba diving is amazing for that reason. It's total, complete, discovery and being in an alien environment that you're not familiar with. And it doesn't matter how much you study. You could study marine biology your whole life. You're still going to go down there almost every dive and see something that makes you go, what?
One of my favorite things ever. I love animals. Not as much as like you were paleo, but I love animals. I appreciate them. But whenever I see like an article, I'm not saying you're into bestiality. I'm just saying
you don't want to insert things into animals. You just like.
I thought you were saying like you don't love animals as much as us.
What I was trying to say is that whenever I see like a new species, like a big one especially, pop up in like an article, I'm like, that's awesome. Like that we're still discovering new stuff, and not just like bugs, but like oh my god, that sea creature. I can't even. That looks like someone.
Right.
Like
when we discover something that an animal does that we didn't know before. Like when they recently caught that badger digging tunnels underneath a cow carcass till the ground collapsed, and then it covered the cow carcass and ate the whole thing. Yes, watch the video. It's insane. They had no idea that they did that, but it literally dominated and monopolized a cow carcass for itself. One badger.
That's smart. That's really cool. Badger's scared.
Greedy.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Sarah,
Absolutely brilliant.
Sarah, go for it. Next question.
All right.
Wait,
next
did you have a follow-up question?
Oh boy, no.
I saw like 7 questions from Sketchy. I want to get the Sketchy so bad.
Yeah,
So
okay. We got a lot of questions. Okay. Nikki D asks, question for everyone. If a door plus lampshade / tree squared by the hypotenuse of a milkshake equals what?
12. Right, none, because marshmallows don't have wings. Duh.
42. All right. Sketchy asks, does Sarah have any original characters? I'd love to hear about them. I'm in a few, but I've never really done anything with them, so...
Yeah? You got
not
some
really.
characters.
I
Good
do,
old
yeah.
Skid
maybe
Mark.
I'll post them on my DeviantArt and stuff, because I haven't yet. Because I've mostly been working on them for, like... I worked on them for school projects, mostly, and all that.
There was a cat that ran across our track in Irwindale. Like someone crashed into a barrier and the cat jumped out of nowhere.
It was fine.
It was fine. It ran, and then so it was our duty to name the cat, and the name Skidmark was voted, and then Sarah actually drew art of Skidmark.
Yay! Is Skidmark okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where Skidmark is now.
It might be okay now, but it was fine after the car crashed into the tire.
It was so funny. I'll show you the video later, Sarah.
But
I got one from Ozzy here asking, did you... I just like this question. Did your watch transforms the last night? Oh, wait, never mind.
No.
To this day, Ozzy's still Mr. Dress. I love it. Ozzy, you're an absolute light. We love you.
Thank you for watching. Alice has a question asking plans for a mini react to the newest MLP trailer or any thoughts on the podcast if you have seen it already. Obviously, we aren't discussing the trailer here. I haven't even seen it, but I probably will put together a mini react for the new MLP trailer, kind of like I did for the teaser that came out. So that's something that could happen. As King Plays says, how do you guys feel about How do you guys feel about the remakes of Lilo and Stitch? We have Japan and now China is joining in.
I thought Japan had already like been doing it like a TV series and stuff.
Yeah, Japan had an anime.
Well, Laura, you told me that Stitch is very popular in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Freaking cute.
I mean, it's pretty popular here.
Yeah, I know.
Still is.
By the way, they still, since we're on the topic of Lilo and Stitch, they still have been restocking shelves with Zootopia merchandise at the Disney store. Just so you know. Oh my god, I need to post a picture. Sarah actually let me purchase another Judy Hopps plush. Sarah, did you say I can get those fruit snacks?
Yeah.
And just to verify, it's 20 boxes.
Yeah.
20 boxes?
Just fucking do it. I don't care at this point.
I love you, Sarah.
Sketchy asks.
This is what true love.
Grace, I gotta clarify this. You say 20 boxes. You mean 20 packets, or you mean 20 boxes of
20
boxes.
20 boxes. Box has 10 packets each.
So
I could buy it for $40.
Zootopia fruit snacks.
Shipping's free if I buy 20 cases of
cases? No, you're not getting 20 cases.
Boxes.
Okay, Jesus. All right, Sketchy asks, Saber, I know you love Samurai Jack. What's your favorite thing about it, and why would you recommend it?
What I love about Samurai Jack so very much, because there's a lot of things to love, but I think what I love the most is the long silences. Gindi is very good at having payoffs for, like, there'll be a build-up, and like, one of my favorite build-ups is from the Assassin episode, where all the assassins are waiting to ambush Samurai Jack. Spoiler, these assassins, like, kick butt. They're some of the best in their field. And here comes Jack walking down the road, and they spend a good, like, minute or two in silence with just birds chirping, and then they spring their trap, and Jack just wastes the floor with them, which gives you an idea of how powerful Jack is and how, like, he's on a different level. And it's just something, because nowadays people have short attention spans, or at least people like to think that, and they don't cater to people who appreciate a payoff. So
when they set up suspense like that, you have to watch, and it's almost more entertaining that way.
Well, yeah, because like again, Cloverfield Lane. I'm going to turn back to that. That's a suspense movie because you never know. You don't know what's going on. Like you don't know what's up or down. Yeah, and then like
some of my favorite movies are like that.
Yeah, and Gindi is really cool because he doesn't think like, oh, it's for quote unquote kids, therefore they can't appreciate it. No, they can appreciate it. You just got to do it right. So, and also appreciate just the fantasy elements to it. It's a combination of fantasy and sci-fi. It's really great.
I quite appreciate the depth that it goes to. It did not dawn on me until recently. The character Scaramouche from the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where they came up with that name. And sure enough, I'm scrolling through the TV things. There was apparently a movie of it of the same name, and it was Sword Fighter versus Master Sword Fighter.
Huh. No kidding.
How unoriginal.
There's an episode. Oh, baby. There's an episode where they're going across a bridge. Like Jack actually, this is really cool. Jack, there's something called the Spear of the Samurai that he discovered when he was a kid because he was playing one day. And on this bridge, these bunch of like bad samurais were standing, like 3 or 4 of them. And then the samurai father with his baby come up to the bridge, which is a reference to Kitten Hawk. Is that what, Laura? I forget the actual name of the series. There's the old Japanese show series about like a father samurai with his kid, and Samurai Jack pays homage to that with this current with that episode. So it was really great. I'm sorry, if you haven't seen the show, watch the show.
Yeah,
and watch it from episode 1. It is a series.
Yes, I agree.
All right,
Rosie Diamond.
Okay. You want to do that one?
Has a question asking, what's the most unnecessary movie trilogy of all time?
The Despicable Me trilogy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wow, you're right, Paleo. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed that you all went to that. I'm like, oh, okay.
I didn't. I honestly wasn't thinking of any, and then Paleo mentioned that one. I'm like, oh my god, yes.
Well, I got an answer. Some people who are idiots might say the Star Wars prequels, but they're not right. They're actually very wrong.
They were necessary, but they were bad.
So,
how about Lord of the Rings?
Oh,
Get out.
We're talking
Grace,
about
what's yours?
bad trilogies, not amazing ones.
Oh no! It was amazing. It just took 9 movies to do three stories.
Like The Hobbit?
That isn't a trilogy.
Versions because it actually does it well.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong.
Okay, let's not get in a big diatribe about Lord of the Rings again. Let's just.
Wait, when did this happen before? Why was I not here?
You were here.
You were here. You were the one. You were probably drunk, Matt, or something. You were talking shit about Lord of the Rings.
Wait, okay. I got to tell you guys. I made a discovery recently. So I like to go through like HBO and find out like, oh, that movie sounds good. I'll watch that since I have HBO. And I've discovered that there's a trilogy of a movie called Badass. All right? I don't know what exactly this movie's about, but I love the name of the sequels. There's Badass, and then the sequel is called Badass 2 Badasses.
Oh, good.
And then the third movie is called Badass 3 Badasses on the Bayou. And I'm just like, I want to see this. Apparently Danny Glover's in these movies. I don't know. I have no idea.
That reminds me of another very, very pointless trilogy is the Alpha and Omega trilogy.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Lord. Ice Age.
No, it's a trilogy. Don't you know?
Trilogy.
What would y'all say to the Cornetto trilogy?
What?
That's a good one, though. We're talking about bad ones.
No, we're talking about unnecessary ones.
What did you say?
Which also kind of translates to bad.
There's bad, and then they don't really need to exist. All 3 of those movies in the Cornetto trilogy stand out on their own.
Yeah. Well, people don't put that into a trilogy just because, like, of like the director and the actors in the movie.
Yes.
So they're similar in that fashion. where like Scott Pilgrim doesn't belong in that, even though it's an Edgar Wright movie. And Baby Driver that just came out, which I've heard really good things about, is also not related to those at all because it doesn't have like any similarities to those three.
I'm going to state one and then move on to the next question, only because I saw it in the chat. Imperfect said the Balto sequels. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those two.
That
Yeah,
is
good one.
very true.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Nora Mermaid has a question. For all of you, which of y'all do you think is the biggest Disney nerd and expert?
Me.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Whoa! I disagree.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
Then who is?
Jim.
Well,
That's
That's
hardly
cute.
fair.
he's not
Yeah,
on
Jim
this
knows
podcast,
everything.
so
Yeah.
I'm not sure he
Hey,
really
hold on.
qualifies.
Yeah, he's not on this podcast.
I tell you though, there are times I'm driving, I'm thinking like, who would be my like Disney All-Star team? And Sarah, you would be on that team, and so would Race, because Race, you know your theme park stuff.
Thank you.
Sarah, I'm not taking a shot at you. You do know your stuff. But I guess what gets me is there's like those trivia nights where it's like, all right, Disney section. You're like, yeah, it's like, who is the cousin of the director from Snow White? And it's like, what the? I don't know. Like, it's dumb.
That's almost not even
Yeah,
Disney.
like
related.
Jim really knows his film history.
I would want to see Sarah and Jim go head to head then, just to test this, because there are moments where Sarah, like, there'll be a character, and
I know
like,
stuff
okay, so-
from the movies mostly, like background
Yeah, Jim is
stuff,
more
like
about,
what
like-
director did this, or like which producer fucked this woman. I don't know that stuff.
The only time I've ever seen Sarah, and I'll say temporarily, stumped by any piece of Disney trivia regarding the movie was some bird painted on a random upper wall.
No, that's
in
from
a
Cock
Disney
Robin.
store.
She was from Cock Robin.
And she
Jenny
got
Wren.
that.
No,
It
Sarah's the one who knew who this was. Yeah, I don't think
everybody
she was with
like
us.
was
You and
sending me
I-
a picture of it, and then I was like, "That's Jenny Wren from Cock Robin."
the people that worked there didn't know. They're like, I never even noticed there was a bird there, and I was like, Matt, who is this bird? And we're just like, I don't know. And yeah, we sent it to Sarah, and she's like, if I had to guess, I'd say this, and she was right.
She got back to us immediately. I thought it took her a little while.
Here's the thing, though. Is that I feel
I
like
don't remember.
every single one of us are big Disney fans.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
every single one of us, and that if another team came up into our crib, we put the smackdown on them.
Oh, it would
I love how white you sound when you say that.
If
Another team came up into our crib, we would put the smackdown on them.
and we would show them that our posse does not screw about. Yo.
Wow.
All right,
What's up,
question.
bad word.
Question from Sketchy. Saberspark, have you considered getting into Mob Psycho 100? It's made by the same people as One Punch Man.
Yeah, you know what?
So good.
I watched like one episode and then I got distracted. I need to revisit it. I've heard great things.
Me too. I've only watched one
It's
episode.
amazing.
It's dubbed now.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious what you guys have to say about this one. Oziel, what is your opinion on the Han Solo movie director's fire? They just changed directors, didn't they? Isn't Rob Marshall now the director?
Ron Howard.
That's what I said. It started with an R. Yeah.
Ended with an H. No.
Rob Marshall. Isn't that Stan's dad?
Yeah, Rob Marshall.
Rob
From
Marshall.
South Park.
It's Randy Marsh.
Randy Marsh. That's right.
Rob Marshall, I think, directed the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Yeah, he did.
Apparently, there was news that the staff or the actors and the crew rejoiced at the fact that Ron Howard would be directing. I don't think they got along with Lord Miller.
Does not sound like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Should create one.
Which is so weird because like Lord Miller are good directors. They did the Lego movie, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
They didn't have to. You don't act like my animated characters at all. Stubby's got a question. If you could create a video game, what type of game would it be, and who would be the main character? Thank you
I've
for
been
asking.
thinking about this. I want to make a video game about Lammy, and I have some music in mind. Yeah, definitely.
What would be the game? Like, what would he be doing?
Just a side-scroller adventure, kind of like Mario, where he's just jumping on stuff and things. Like, I wanted to make it to where, like, whenever he jumps on a bad guy, it doesn't, like, kill them. Like, I don't know.
They're overtaken by cuteness and they can't contain themselves.
Yeah.
I want a Zootopia Grand Theft Auto style game with Judy as the main character.
That would be very interesting. Like, if you take what Lego City Undercover is, which is basically like GTA with Legos.
Yeah.
Like, make that Zootopia. That would be a great game.
I want that and I need that.
I would love to see the unrated version of it then too, where it does just become Grand Theft Auto with Zootopia.
when Judy drives around and picks up hookers. I'm sorry if no one else knew that was a function in the game. I didn't know either. So, Oziol, is anyone else want to answer that one?
Nah.
Okay. Oziol is asking, and I don't know about this, thoughts on Disney. Thoughts on Disney is doing another lawsuit against about the Inside Out.
What?
I don't even know.
I'll say it again in case you missed it. Thoughts on Disney is doing another lawsuit against about the Inside Out.
I never heard about any lawsuit.
I haven't heard about a lawsuit for Inside Out, but these pop up all the time.
Yeah.
I know Frozen had the same thing happen. Jazz King asking, can you do a Bronies react to a perfect pair? Jazz King, it could happen. Oziol is considering. I already.
And I'll say, as far as the lawsuit things go, just because something's filed doesn't mean it has any credibility. Always wait until the end before you figure out what happened.
Yeah. Being in court does not mean they're guilty.
No.
Huh. Okay. Here's one. Is anyone here familiar with the Loud House?
Yep.
Yes.
Oziol asks, thoughts on the Loud House new episode include someone who is bi?
Yep.
Paleo.
Yeah, like we talked about this on the POS podcast, and Luna, she came out as bisexual.
I think Loud House is so progressive and so great for normalizing these things, because it's like it shouldn't be presented as like, oh guys, this is a special, or oh my god, stop the presses. It's more like, no, she's bisexual, and that's that. Like, and that's how you normalize. That's how kids who are young and who might be like wrestling with if they're bisexual or not, whatever, they can go, hey, at least it's not considered abnormal. And I think that's excellent.
It's not weird.
Yeah. And like the Clyde, who is Lincoln's the main character's best friend, his parents are like two dads.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great.
I've been watching more Loud House lately, so I've been enjoying it, and
I have
that was a
idea what the
good
show
surprise.
is.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's been able to like take some of SpongeBob's slots on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, after you.
No. It was irrelevant. Continue.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. I only have one more question over here.
Yeah,
Sarah.
I've got questions that are tagged for Semi-Perfect Pod, so let's get.
Let me hit this last one, and then I'll send the rest to you. Ross Pitt is asking, least favorite creepy crawler.
Creepy crawlers. The worms. They break too easily.
The yellow and green one.
I never had that.
I don't like any of them.
Creepy crawlers.
There was this one year.
Warming and something in green.
You ever seen creepy crawlers?
There was this one year at camp. There was a camp that I volunteered at, and there was one year where, in particular, there were a lot of little centipedes that were in the mess hall, and everywhere you stepped there would be a crunch because you're stepping on like at least 10 of those little things. And it's
Centipedes or millipedes?
Whichever's the small ones. I don't know. Is it
No, they're
millipedes?
both small.
Like how many legs?
Around.
Oh, I don't.
100 legs or like
I don't know how many legs they were. Like maybe 1 to 2 inches long. That's all I know. I don't know how many legs
Yeah, but you
they
have
had.
big millipedes and big centipedes.
like
Millipedes are round, like
look,
caterpillars almost.
They
and they're
looked.
segmented.
They looked like millipedes, centipedes. I don't know if that's exactly what they were, but they were small.
centipedes look scary.
It could have been
Like
Gedgy.
far to the side, or kind of like
That's
a
one of my least favorite creepy crawlies. The Gedgy.
You know what's
The what?
interesting?
Gedgy, what are they called? Cave centipedes? Or so, they call them Gedgy.
Oh yeah, that's right. We saw some on like a field biology trip.
Yeah, they're
in the mountains
terrifying.
here.
Vinegroons are pretty creepy too.
What?
Vinegroon, the whip scorpion.
Oh, whip scorpions. Yeah.
A sulpigid too. Those are also super creepy, and they're not that dangerous, but they're just creepy looking.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you know these things and have them on almost immediate recall.
I'm reading
a
them.
very knowledgeable
Just kidding.
guy.
You know what's very scary? Hobbit worms.
Hobbit worms?
Yeah.
You mean bobbit worms?
Yeah,
Loretta
hobbit worms. Yeah, why did I say hobbit worms? we were talking about Lord of the Rings earlier.
Because it was real.
Hobbit worms.
Just imagining like Bilbo.
Potatoes.
I'm imagining Bilbo as like a.
Bobbit worms.
Put his face on a bobbit worm.
Bobbit is because it's named after a female killer, a murderer.
Who cut off the wiener of her husband?
Lorena?
Really?
Lorena Bobbitt. Yep.
Wait, is this? I'm afraid to know why these are named bobbit worms now.
Same here now.
That's why bobbit worms are mean because they stick out of the sand, out of the ocean floor, and they have these disgustingly large like jaws, like these like a centipede's teeth, and they'll use these little tendrils to lure in fish. And if the fish gets close, they can just chomp down and they just yank them down, and they're vicious.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just read up.
It's like this. I just posted it in the chat.
I love.
Lorena Bobbitt. Look her
I love
up.
what I just read. So it says the name bobbit worm was coined in the 1996 book Coral Reef Animals, blah blah blah, in reference to Lorena Bobbitt, who was very much in the public consciousness. The name is inspired only by the scissor-like jaws of the worm. The common supposition from the name that female eunuchids? Eunuchids?
Eunuchs?
No, not eunuch.
Okay.
But basically, cut off the male's penises is baseless, and the worms, in fact, lack penises entirely. So joke's on y'all. They don't got no penis. I'm so glad. What happened to the podcast?
I don't know.
Like what are you talking about? Jokes on us? Like we were talking about like the fact that they're named bobbit worms because of what happened.
No, I was talking to the worms.
Oh, you're talking to the worms. Jokes on the worms.
Jokes on you, worm. Worm.
All right.
Potatoes.
Shall we move on to the next question?
Yes.
All right. Sketchy asks, is Matt a good brief writer? Does he have any interest in environmental law?
Do you write on briefs, or do you prefer boxers?
Or boxer briefs.
Yeah.
The jury's still out on that one. Have not dealt too much with environmental law, and I will say this: it takes a lawyer to write a 10,000-word document and call it a brief.
There you go.
Let's see. 1 second. Sketchy asks, if Saber was an animal, what would he be and why?
Does Sketchy care about any of us?
No, because Sketchy's my Sketchy's my artist.
If Saber was an animal,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. You know what?
Probably some kind of bear.
I'm gonna say a sloth.
Oh, okay.
Walrus.
I hate you.
I'll say a bear.
No, he would be a silverback gorilla.
Laura, not you even insult me. Laura, what would I be?
Ah, gee. I gotta think
bobbit
about
worm.
this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
bobbit worm. No question. Well, he likes to come to my house and eat my food, so like
He would be.
Panda?
So
I
you'd
don't
be
know.
an ant?
maybe
Saber
an
would
ant.
be a panda.
Odds in Atlanta.
Saber.
I'm back.
All right.
All right. Sketchy also asks if World War II scenario had gone on in MLP, who would be Hitler?
Yay!
Where would
Question.
Saberspark be?
Starlight, right?
Wait, I'm sorry. Who would be
Starlight's
Hitler?
more like Stalin,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you're right.
Celestia would be Hitler.
Celestia.
Yeah.
Really?
What? No votes for Discord?
Wasn't there already like a World War II-ish thing
No, he's
that
too
was
chaotic.
going on in
He'd
that
be like
one
Mussolini or something.
episode?
Yeah, it was Luna. It was Luna in that scenario, I believe.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys that Viva pointed out in the last react that at one point Twilight says the word revolutionize while sticking her arm straight up. And
Oh my god.
That's true.
I was like, oh my gosh, he's right.
Let's see.
I loved Saber that you posted MLP stuff. It seems pretty racist that everyone's.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that made me laugh.
Thank you. I hope to get blacklisted by all of them.
It doesn't take much.
Digital Arrow is asking something that I don't even know about. Should there be 2.5D animation in movie theaters? Example, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm like, what's 2.5D animation?
What's the other?
I have no
0.5?
idea.
Oh,
Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z was a game that was revealed at E3 that looks a lot like the show. Like the animation and movements are really great, but they're 3D models.
Oh, okay. So 2.5D is like basically like 3D made to look 2D.
Yeah,
Like
I guess
Paperman.
like
Paperman. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
There should be fucking more of that. I want like a movie in the style of
Yeah,
Paperman.
Moana was supposed to be like that, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, and so was Rapunzel, and they didn't fucking do it. So I'm just waiting for Disney to actually get on the ball with that. Yeah.
I love
I mean,
Zootopia.
the question in a way is, if you're gonna go to the trouble of animating everything in the third dimension, why flatten it out?
Well, it's not flat. The thing is, like, the models are still 3D. It's just made to look 2D.
Oh, I understand that. But when you take all the work necessary to make those changes to the third dimension, I understand that you can try and replicate the depth, but
I think like the thing like it's showing depth is a lot easier in 3D.
Yeah, it makes it look a lot more fluid, and that's kind of how I feel about it. Because, yeah, they do two-dimensionalize by not adding shading as much and by creating a harsh outline wherever the character, mesh ends. But it still does look better. It's more fluid. They can do a higher frame rate, I feel like, without, worrying about tweens. Turnarounds, of course, are a lot cleaner, because with a vector graphic, you need, individual symbols for each turnaround, and there's a point where they have to switch, and you'll notice that in My Little Pony, if a character turns in circles, there are points where the body symbols change, and you can see them kind of going click, 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 changing like that with the 3D render. It's cleaner. It's a lot smoother.
Fair enough. I can get behind that.
Interesting.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Gage asks, the last semi-perfect podcast I saw was the M4 Sherman podcast. What have I missed? A lot, I guess. I don't even know what the M4 Sherman episode was. I don't know.
What's M4 Sherman?
That's a tank from World War II.
Good
I
lord.
don't even remember that, so.
Not much.
Let's see. Crubbers asks, what's the most useless superpower?
The ability to breathe air.
Backwards.
Oh.
Grow your hair.
Aquaman.
I'm with you, Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some of it can be useful, but it's very situational.
No, I want to talk to dolphins though.
It's very situational, though. Like, if you're nowhere near water,
I mean, yeah, I can understand talking to dolphins, but if that's the case, I'd rather have Eliza Thornberry's power and be able to talk
me
to
too.
all
Like,
Yeah.
talk to animals would be great.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's kind of like how
I got
Doesn't
you, Blue.
Frozone have an issue? No, I guess he doesn't. For him, he just takes water out of the air. So I guess
Can't lay down and lay it thick enough. It's evaporating too fast.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I'm like, oh wait, no, he doesn't have an issue at other moments. So.
I think Gage clarified. He says the last episode I saw was the 5th episode. Can you manage a very quick recap of what I missed? Woo! A lot. There you go. There's your quick recap.
What episode is this?
It's like 56 or something.
You know what? Just
here, I can double check.
It won't take that long to just, if you hit play and just sit tight for a couple days, you'll get through them.
Yeah, binge some of our episodes. Yeah, it's we're on 57 right now. Let's see.
Sarah posts all of them on
YouTube.
Yeah.
Last
question. From
last question.
Allest Hero of Wins to all. What is your top 3 animes of all time?
Oh,
Sailor Moon.
Pokemon. I'm sorry, the top animes of all time?
Yeah.
Top 3.
Top 3 animes of all time.
What?
Personal top 3.
Pokemon. Avatar.
That's
and
not
SpongeBob.
That's not an anime. Avatar's not an anime.
And SpongeBob.
Sailor Moon would definitely be one of them.
That's not an anime.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Sailor Moon, I love the style of Sailor Moon. And I
Yeah.
love the girls. They're great. I'm going to start it out there because I don't need to say all 3. I'm going to say it right now. If you haven't seen One Punch Man, go see it. It's on Netflix. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
You've watched it, Gabe?
You showed it to me.
Oh,
Yeah, don't you
I
remember?
Introduced it to me.
I did. I love it. It's a good show.
It's very cool.
It's very good.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would say. Oh god, I'm forgetting the name of the third one. Come back to me.
Is Aqua Teen Hungerverse? Is that a
Shut up.
Aqua Hungerverse.
Fires.
I didn't really watch a lot of animes.
I'm gonna say mine. Like mine are all different from yours. From everybody who's spoken so far. And they're technically all magical girl animes. First is Madoka Magica, which I love. It's excellent. Second is actually something that's airing right now. I think it's almost done. Little Witch Academia, which is really, really good.
Oh yeah.
And there's 2 OVAs for it on Netflix right now that are dubbed. I guess I'll say Panty and Stocking, just because it's so different.
Panty and underwear.
Yeah, Panty and Stocking. Like, yeah, Race, you saw some of it when
That's my favorite
Wait a second,
one.
isn't that the one that's basically an economics lesson in anime form?
What?
No,
What?
it's the
That's
where,
basically
the
like
first-
sex in anime form.
It's great. It's actually awesome because I remember we're sitting down.
It's very Western inspired with its style. It looks like something like Craig McCracken or Gendy would make.
Yeah.
It-
played it for us at what convention was that at?
Winnie City.
Winnie City, and like the first line, like I'm sitting here like editing or something, and all of a sudden I just hear one of them start talking about anal, and it's literally the first thing I hear, and I'm like, "What are you guys watching?"
Yeah, it's a very vulgar anime, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking.
Is mayonnaise an anime? Someone in the chat said that. That's fun.
Flynn.
Paleo, I was
MLP.
thinking of Spice and Wolf.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that.
I guess
Anyway, for
movies
me-
probably don't count because, like, then, like, I would say all the Miyazakis. I don't know.
I would say Arpeggio, Blue Steel, Girls in Panzer, and it was a movie, but Your Name.
Your Name is
good.
I haven't seen that yet. so I don't
You
know
haven't
anything.
seen it, Sarah? You need to watch
No.
it tonight.
So
Where do I find it? I don't even know.
Is it on Netflix?
It should be in
No,
like
just
Anime or
Google
something, or
it.
Annie Links.
I don't want to watch it on a dinky little computer screen.
Then buy the movie.
Well,
Yeah,
No.
is it already out to
Blu-ray.
buy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, then I'll buy it.
Why would you watch that when you can rewatch Cars 3?
Oh, shut up.
Or...
I thought you were gonna say Zootopia.
Me too. Me too. I forgot. All right, I think it's that time of the night where we close out,
Yep.
give shout outs, and call it a day. So go. people just hop on into it. Any big projects or videos coming out this week for anybody?
Oh,
we got through all our questions this time.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw out my stuff. I have History of Pixar video coming out tomorrow for those who want to watch it. It should be live around 1 p.m. Eastern, so keep your eyes open for Eastern.
I'll be working. I work.
That's right.
I'll be at work.
I'll be at work too.
I'm gonna miss it.
I was gonna say I have my Despicable Me movie review out, and I'm gonna have the second one out tomorrow, and at some point, probably this weekend, have the Despicable Me 3 movie review out.
Oh boy.
Also, POS podcast. In case you don't know from the past couple, that's back. So we've been doing that. So the next one's gonna be next Monday for POS podcast. It'll be live on YouTube.
Cool. I plan to replay Undertale at some point, and I'm going to be showing it to Matt. So I don't know exactly when that's going to start, but soon.
I know that, again, Gabe and I are going to be at Crystal Mountain PonyCon, so there will be vlogs coming out from there, including the Bronies Rack panel and the Who's Line that Saber, who won't be at the convention, is going to be setting up. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, but sad that he won't be involved.
Oh, he'll be involved.
You'll know I'm there. Trust me.
You'll feel his presence. Sure enough.
I feel his presence all the time.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
So
I just released a new video a couple days ago, and my 200,000 sub special will probably be coming out soon, and it's going to have a lot to do with flying. I made a helmet that I can do live comms with, so I'm going to answer questions and stuff from the air. That might be cool.
Are you ever
all of you 200 subbers
home craft videos? I saw one of a rocket you made.
Yes, I did. I've actually built much bigger rockets than that, but they all blew up. So the one I ended up putting on YouTube was the ones that didn't. And yeah, people hated that video. I mean,
Really?
It was uploaded 6 months ago. It has 8,000 views. So I was gonna do an engine making tutorial next, and I just decided to not do that because I think I lost a couple hundred subscribers on that one video.
Yeah, I want to know how to make that though.
I'm sorry. I can give you schematics. I mean, all the information's written down.
Hell yeah, man! Please.
Absolutely.
Every video I release, I lose 100 subscribers on. It's just part of it.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, gonna be working on Bronies React. Gonna have the low budgets, another filming session this weekend because we're gonna be crashing some stuff up at Irwindale on Saturday. And Gabe, you should come on out.
I really want to, and I will make sure that I do someday when I do.
Fly.
I wish there was a demolition derby during the weekend of Equestria LA. That'd be awesome.
I actually asked Jeff if I could fly in, but you said probably not, right?
For what?
For some kind of event for your maybe a demo derby or something. If I could actually fly into the field, into the track and land, and then get in the car.
No, that should be fine. I literally can't think of any reason anyone would even be half concerned about that.
Really? I thought. Oh, well then, yeah, I'll do it.
Make sure it's a convertible and right in the car, and then pop it in gear and go.
Just make sure all the security staff see you, because they're going to be more worried about the fact that you didn't buy a ticket than the fact that you're flying into the facility.
Hey, did that butt propeller dude get a ticket?
That's not how we talk. God, way to stereotype us.
Yeah, they're in California, not Georgia.
Yeah,
That's how I talk.
On that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this week's episode of the Semi-Perfect Podcast. We had a ball. We're glad you joined us. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Then July 12th is when we'll be returning.
See you all later. Have a good night.
Peace off.
Them ponies.